That favorite fanny pack you wear to every airport? It might be the exact reason you get stopped next time. And the worst part? Most people getting stopped are wearing completely normal outfits. Not because they did anything wrong, but because airports are quietly looking at certain outfits differently now. And most people don't even realize it's happening. I'm willing to bet a lot of people watching this are wearing at least one of these things on flight day without even thinking about it. So if you want to get through security faster and stop getting pulled aside for no clear reason, here are the airport dress code mistakes catching travelers off guard right now. A lot of people think the best airport outfit is the one that feels the most comfortable. Big mistake. Oversized hoodies, baggy sweaters, loose layers, wide leg pants. Comfortable? Absolutely. Quick to screen? Not even close. All that extra fabric bunches, shifts, and slows things down. And sometimes that is all it takes to turn a routine checkpoint into a whole side quest. One traveler said she got extra screening just because her sleeves were pushed up and she had slouchy socks under her pants. That is how small the trigger can be. But security is only half the problem. Some outfits do not slow you down at the checkpoint. They punish you later. Jumpsuits and rompers are the perfect example. They look cute when you are leaving the house. Then you are stuck in a tiny airplane bathroom during a delay, trying to keep half your outfit off the floor, and suddenly that easy outfit feels like a terrible decision.
Oh no!
Long skirts and extra wide pants can do the same thing. They drag, they catch, and they pick up whatever's been living on that airport floor all day. And then there is the part people always argue about. Some outfits make it through TSA just fine, and still become a problem at boarding. Because TSA and the gate are not judging the same thing. Security is trying to screen you. The airline is trying to avoid complaints or issues once everybody is packed into the cabin. So yes, very sheer outfits, extremely revealing pieces, or clothing with explicit graphics can still get attention at boarding even if TSA did not care. That is the part a lot of people do not expect. And bulky fabric is only half the story. Because sometimes the thing that really gets you noticed is not the outfit itself, it is the little details built into it. This catches a lot of people because the outfit feels basic, right up until the little details start working against you. Decorative zippers, studs, sequins, oversized buttons, jeweled pockets, chunky belt buckles. None of that looks like a big deal when you are getting dressed. Then security turns it into a whole situation. And once that happens, your quick trip through security stops being quick. A former TSA officer even pointed out that jeans with jeweled back pockets can trigger a pat-down in sensitive areas, which sounds ridiculous until you remember how many random airport moments suddenly make a lot more sense after hearing that. Shoes are another one people underestimate. Boots, metal buckles, thick soles, anything bulky or complicated, that is where things start slowing down. What looks harmless to you can still read differently in screening. And that tiny mismatch is all it takes to turn 5 easy minutes into 15 annoying ones. That is why slip-on shoes keep winning on flight day. Not because they are stylish, because they cooperate. And yes, wear socks. Travelers are bringing backup socks, throwaway socks, shoe covers, even plastic bags just to avoid touching the airport floor. That should tell you everything you need to know. Now this next part is different because some things get extra attention for reasons that have nothing to do with fashion. Underwire bras, knee braces, walking boots, medical supports, prosthetics, surgical hardware, that kind of stuff gets a second look all the time. And the answer is not never wear it. The answer is if you need it, wear it. Just build in a little extra time and do not be surprised if it gets a second look. You are not doing anything wrong. That is just how the process works. But airport friction is not always about scanners. Sometimes it has nothing to do with screening at all. Not fashion, not fabric, not scanner issues. Smell. Because once that cabin door closes, nobody is escaping it. Picture this: you sit down, buckle up, and within 10 seconds, the person next to you hits you with a wall of heavy perfume or cigarette smoke soaked into a jacket. Or worse, body odor after a full day of travel, and now you are stuck with it. That is what makes smells on planes so brutal. No fresh air, no real space, no way to step away from it, just recycled air and nowhere to go. People may not say anything to your face, that does not mean they are not suffering through it. So the safest move here is simple: clean, light, neutral. You want the person next to you noticing that you are considerate, not that your cologne made it to row 18 before you did. And if you are thinking, fine, I'll just outsmart all this with better travel gear, that works great until the smart gear becomes the exact reason things slow down. This brings us right back to that fanny pack. A lot of travelers wear money belts, hidden pouches, stacked pockets, or overloaded travel vests because it feels secure. Everything is close, everything is organized, everything is under control. Until security, now the thing you are using to protect your valuables has to come off, go in a bin, and suddenly become visible to everybody around you. One traveler said TSA held up the money belt after it came through and asked whose it was. That is exactly the kind of moment people were trying to avoid in the first place. Same with overloaded compartments, hidden pockets, and wearable storage stuffed with too much gear. What feels efficient to you can look complicated to the system. And complicated things usually get slowed down. You've done this before, right? Worn something to the airport because it felt like a clever little travel hack, then hit security and realized you had just made your own life harder. Exactly. So what actually works better? Usually, it is the opposite of clever. The best airport outfit is usually the one that gives nobody a reason to stop you. That is it. That is the whole game. Start with your base layer, the thing you are completely fine being seen in by itself. A clean t-shirt, a simple long sleeve, a fitted top that sits well, scans easily, and does not make you panic if you have to peel off a layer. Then add one outer layer that comes off fast and goes back on fast. A light jacket, a zip hoodie, a cardigan. Not something you have to wrestle with in line. Same idea with bottoms, joggers, leggings, straight leg travel pants, or simple jeans all work fine, as long as they are not being held together by some giant metal belt buckle that starts clanking the second you hit the scanner. And shoes? Airport shoes should be almost boring. If you have to sit down on the floor, brace yourself, and negotiate with laces or buckles for a full minute, those are not airport shoes. That's really the formula. As little metal as possible, simple accessories, and an outfit you can take off, scan, and put back together in seconds. But here's the thing. Even if you get the outfit exactly right, you can still get stopped. And when that happens, how you handle it matters almost as much as what you're wearing. A lot of travelers make the whole thing worse by arguing from memory. Well, they let me wear this last time. They didn't care about this at the other airport. That may all be true. It also keeps you standing there longer. Different airport, different scanner, different crew, different day. So keep it short, answer clearly, do what they ask, move on. If you already know your shoes, brace, bra, or jacket might get attention, plan for that before you leave home. That one mindset shift removes a surprising amount of stress. Because this really is not about looking perfect, and it is definitely not about being the most fashionable person in Terminal B. It is about reducing friction. Airports do not reward bold outfits. They reward easy ones. Easy to scan, easy to walk in, easy to explain if somebody asks. And that is the real win here. Less hassle, less random attention, less chance of turning an ordinary travel day into a completely unnecessary mess. So next time you fly, do not ask, does this look good for the airport? Ask, is this outfit going to help me move through the airport? Or quietly turn me into a project? That question alone will save you more grief than most travel hacks ever will. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been pulled aside or delayed because of something you wore? And what is one thing you will never wear on a flight again? And if this video gave you one simple outfit fix for your next trip, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who always treats airport security like an outfit gamble.